Greetings and welcome to Let's Play Coldfire Keep. I just realized this game has 17 levels, not 14. And it even has more levels, because sometimes you have 11A and 11B like here, and they are kind of separate levels. So it's not like they are part of, I don't know, it's weird, but... Okay, you can say that this is a large world full of one tile set of walls and same 4 enemies. I guess it's something that I actually have to say that Dungeons of the Deep kinda did correct, having different tile sets and enemy variety. Even though in the end it didn't matter. We had 3 types of enemies, and every time you got a better weapon, the enemies also got stronger. So yeah, the first enemies you hit 10 times to kill, the second enemies you hit 10 times to kill, the last enemies you hit 10 times to kill, and so on and so forth. But yeah, you know what I mean. But at least it looked different. Like I said last time, I don't know how hard or easy this is. So this is not something where I'm like, oh yeah, he should have done... No, but maybe at least switch the hues of the wall? Oh no, we have different looking spiders. But I like this. Color change. Change the color at least of the wall. If that's possible, you know, something like that. Loses 4 turns. The dire spider. Oh, we just leave it. Oh. So he made the model bigger and changed the color. Then we have the dire spider. I guess I can't complain, at least we have something different. Dungeon Master had rats as later enemies, quite hard, since they packed quite a punch. Regenerate. Okay. Oh yeah, Diablo Immortal. I was watching videos about this and so on and so forth. I don't understand why people support something like that and actually spend money on this. So from what I've gathered, you have 3 different quests or something you can use to empower your rifts. You know, people who have played Diablo 2, a rift is like rifts go up in difficulty. You can choose however how high you want it and so on and so forth. And then you go through the rift, kill monsters under a certain amount of time. At the end you kill a boss and the boss drops loot. That was one of the biggest things in Diablo 2. I think when it was introduced later on. Pretty sure it wasn't in the beginning. No, it was in the beginning. Anyways. And you can use quests to improve, you know, what drops and your drops and so on. And the difference apparently between spending $20 for currency so you can buy the best quests and not running or playing free to play. Okay, I have to start. Kinda over. So free to play, you get these quests like once per month, and sometimes if you carry on logging in. So in order to get 10 quests, which is the maximum you can put in, you need to wait 6 months. 6 months. Or you can spend $20 to get the same amount of quests. And the difference in loot is quite big. The thing is, with the free-to-play quests that you get, you don't get droppable legendary gems. The gems that you get are bound to you. So you have to... So every gem that's on the auction house is theoretically someone who spent money. It is such a predatory system. The thing is, like I said, I'm the first person who argues that a company is there to make money. It's just a difference between a bakery who creates a new bread and, I don't know, human trafficking. I mean, they are literally selling crack cocaine to children and whatever. A long staircase ascends here. Nobody gives a fuck. So, I don't know. Why do people support this? And then they are like, oh yeah, this streamer spent $6,000 on Diablo Immortal and he got no usable legendary gem. And so, why do you do this? Why do you... Even if you have the money, we are talking about a fucking mobile game here. I'm not even saying, oh, you should have spent the money to charity. No, you do with your money whatever you feel like, of course. But why spend $6,000 on a video game? Oh, you have to prove a point. So what? Blizzard doesn't care. Apparently Diablo Immortal made them $6 million already, from what I've read. It should have made them $0 so far. You know, people are always complaining about loot boxes and whatever, but then, yeah, then games like Diablo Immortal make $6 million. Yeah, of course companies are going to carry on doing this system if it pays out for them. And it makes me angry that people on the one hand are complaining about it, but they're still supporting it. How about put your money where your mouth is? For example, I'm not a big fan of Epic Games. I don't support what they are doing with their whole time-limited, unique games and whatever. I don't have an Epic account. I don't support this. I don't get the free games. You can even argue, oh yeah, if you take the free games, you're taking money for... Yeah, but they still can run about, oh yeah, we have 5 billion downloads of the Epic Store. Whatever. Oh, bullshit. I have the feeling people underestimate how much power they actually have. Like, if you don't give a company money, they have to change because they want to make money. But if you are constantly supporting bad behavior, well, guess what? Nothing is gonna change. This is not something a single person can do. It's not like I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, because I do not support Diablo Immortal, they will change their ways. But I'm also pretty certain that the 5 people who watch this are like, oh yeah, he has a point, I should stop supporting everything. But yeah. No, I mean, I from what where I come from, where Swabia, part of Germany, a lot of people are like, yeah, they're very stingy. Maybe I am stingy. I'm stingy with my money, but I don't know. I just don't like these predatory tactics. Compare this, for example, with Path of Exile. Path of Exile has a shop, but at least from when I played it and I actually spent money there, it didn't feel predatory. You know, I played the game for free to the end with one character, which took me, I don't know, 20 hours. After these 20 hours, I was in the end game and I felt like, yeah, my inventory space is kind of small, you know. If I want to start a new character, I should, well, it would be nice if I had more inventory space. I didn't need to. It wasn't necessary. And these bank slots are also usually on sale. So you spend like €2 for bank slots. For 10 bank slots or something, or 20, I don't know, it doesn't matter. It's not €20 per 20-minute run of a map. So there's that. Let's go back and then up again. So that's something. Then you have usually a currency tab nowadays with each, you can buy for each season. But you spend a lot of time in the game and it's still something that feels, you know, the money spent to gained ratio is there. You know? It's not like I said, $20 for increased profits in one run of something. And I don't know. Cosmetics, for example, is something where I say that's totally fine. You don't have to buy cosmetics. They are optional if you want your character to look cool or something. I bought cosmetics for Dead by Daylight. That's when I still enjoyed playing the game and I wanted to support the developer. That's something I say, yeah, I don't need, especially as killer, you don't really need outfits because you don't see them yourself. But I think it was funny running around with Michael Myers with a giant metal pipe instead of a knife. Well, it's okay. Someone certainly went out of their way, that's not the correct word, way to make these corridors nice and confusing. Yeah. Oh! Did this open up sometime? Oh, interesting. Where is... You have to go right and down, okay. Cosmetics, I don't care. Granted, I haven't played it in quite a while. Lost Ark didn't feel too predatory. I felt like, then again, I also didn't play Endgame. Where did you come from? I don't know how endgamey it is, or if you want to be in the top 10. But then again, if you want to be in the top 10, that's something different. But I don't know how predatory Lost Ark was. It didn't feel predatory, at least. It didn't feel like I need to spend money in order to do anything in the game. But with Diablo, you have the battle pass, you have some aura thing, you have the constant. I think this thing of constant money drain in form of currency that you spend on upgrades, that you spend on increased drop chances. That what making it a little bit sour. In Path of Exile, yeah, you can buy unlimited inventory space, which you don't do, but it feels like there is a cap. And I think I spent like 20 or 30 bucks total on Path of Exile, considering I played it for hundreds of hours. That was okay. Like it feels like you can I wouldn't say mix and match, but you can choose how much you want to spend on the game. Like, I can play it for free, and that's okay, but considering how much I played and how long I played, I think it's okay if I spend money on this to make it more accessible, considering it has been giving me some enjoyment. I think that's what I want to say. And I think that's fine. That's fine. As long as it's not predatory. As long as it's not like, oh yeah, Just Drive Haze has very good videos about that in general and also on... Yeah. So what exactly is Coldfire? That's a good question. These days I think you would be hard-pressed to find anyone who can tell you the origins of Coldfire. We do know that at one point in our history the Coldfire crystal was mined, though it was extremely rare and found only in the deepest of caverns. So you don't really know what it is. No one knows. I have my theories for what they are worth, but obviously nothing based on facts. Alright, so what are our theories? Well, I believe that the Coldfire crystals were fragments of whatever it was that formed this world in the first place, leftover pieces like a flour on a baker's floor. Powerful magic beyond our understanding, and certainly not something that we were ever supposed to interact with. Why do you say that? If history tells us anything about Coldfire, it's that those who used it almost inevitably regretted their decision. Bancroft himself is said to have taken his own life following the incident here in Newsettle. I've never heard that before. Do you think it's true? No one can be certain, but there are writings to that effect. I've personally read the journals of scholars discussing those events. Though the details are extremely sparse and often uncorroborated. The Coldfire crystal is definitely not something to be taken lightly. I would just like to point out that these are all things you could have told us before we came down here looking for the Coldfire crystal. Ah, if only you'd asked. Oh, God. Plot dump! But yeah, that was my rant about Diablo Immortal. I'm not supporting it, I'm not downloading it, I'm not playing it for free. If you enjoy it, that's fine. If you enjoy it without paying anything, that's fine. But I have the feeling that a lot of people who don't have this willpower are getting sucked into something that they may regret in the future, and I don't want to support something like that. Like I said, it's like, oh yeah, the crack cocaine dealer, yeah, he invited me for free coffee. I didn't take his crack, but hey, I got free coffee. I'm happy. Oh yeah, this other guy, yeah, well, he's addicted now, but that's not my problem, because I got free coffee. You know? It feels like that, and I don't think that's right. I just don't think that's correct. That's a correct thing to make money. I mean, like I said, yeah, companies are there to make money, but there are different ways to make money. Some are ethical, some are a little bit unethical. If Blizzard creates a new Diablo game every year, kind of like Madden games, that would be okay. Change a little bit, spruce up the graphics. People could still say, but that's okay. You know, something that works and just improve slowly on it. And release a game every year. That's okay. I'm pretty sure if they had sold Diablo Immortal for 15 bucks or so, they would have also made 6 million easy. Maybe even more. Without having to constantly drain people of their money. And I don't know, nowadays, right? Nowadays especially, people are like, oh yeah, I can't afford to buy food and whatever. And then, yeah, I spent $6,000 US on Diablo. I don't know, it just feels wrong. just feels wrong. I don't like it. I don't like it. That's my... I read that people with ADHD yearn for justice. Like I said, I'm not saying you're not allowed to spend your own money. You can spend your money whatever way you want, as long as you're not hurting someone. And that someone could also be yourself. I think that's why I'm not a big fan of these kind of systems. Because a lot of people are hurting themselves. And streamers who announce that, oh, look how much money I spent. People want to do the same, but they don't have the income. And I think we should protect people who can't control themselves a little bit. Not by... That's also the thing. I don't want government regulations regarding this, but I'm pretty sure if this gets out of hand, there will be government regulations. And we know how the government tends to regulate these things. They regulate it with a banhammer. With a sledgehammer. They will... No, you're not allowed to buy games anymore because buying a game is already bad or something, I don't know. Oh, Jesus Christ, this combat system. Can I pay money to make the combat disappear here? Can I? This would be great. Oh well, 6 level to go. You make a whole round of attacks and it barely does anything. Remember me saying I don't need to cast heal anymore? Yeah, I lied. What grub has been defeated by environment? Well, one less enemy to fight. That's something. You know, the fact that most weapons that we got are like +1 in damage. It just drags on. Why can't I get like a weapon that does 3 times the damage than the previous weapon? Maybe I should stop playing this. Maybe this will be the last video. I don't know. I have another game I wanna play. Maybe I put that in between these parts. Ah, now we have to fight a dire spider. And another rat, and it's just... What the fuck was that effect? Okay. Dire spider resisted fractal mind max chant. Expose. Poison. Stun. Combat is so slow, I regenerate mana while casting. While chain casting, that's... Resisted Zeratar spell. It doesn't tell me how long this takes. Stun. Poison. Sparks. You know what? I save here. If another video crops up of this, then happy, but I just can't at the moment. This game is just boring and pissing me off. I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see each other soon. So take care and hit the like button.